Happiness is often thought of as an invisible emotion, but in 2026, it is a measurable science. It isn't just about having a big bank account, it's about a concept called social glue. The trust you have in your government, the safety of your streets, and the reliability of your neighbors. This year, the rankings have seen a historic shift. For the first time ever, not a single major English-speaking nation made the top 10. Instead, we see the rise of Latin American optimism and the continued dominance of the Nordic safety net. Let's look at the 10 places where life isn't just lived, it's enjoyed. Number 10. Switzerland. The stats. Population 9.0 million. Average monthly salary net $5,465. Rent, one-bedroom apartment $2,130. Expenses $1,790. Transportation $105. Switzerland treats happiness like one of its world-famous watches. It must be precise, reliable, and high quality. While it is one of the most expensive countries on this list, the Swiss enjoy a system of direct democracy that gives every citizen a tangible voice in how their tax money is spent. This sense of agency, knowing that you can literally vote on everything from the price of milk to the local bus route, creates a unique psychological safety. People here don't just live in a country, they feel like they own it. In 2026, this feeling of control has led Switzerland back into the top 10 happiest nations, as residents feel empowered to shape their own society through regular referendums. The Swiss government ensures that the high cost of living is met with high support. While compulsory health insurance premiums are set to rise by about 4.4% in 2026, the state provides significant subsidies to ensure that no household is overwhelmed by medical bills. Public transportation is viewed as a basic human right. Their legendary rail system is so synchronized that if a train is 60 seconds late, it is treated with genuine surprise. For the Swiss, happiness is found in the peace of precision, a life where the infrastructure works exactly as it should, removing the friction of daily life that causes stress in other parts of the world. Beyond the numbers, Swiss happiness is rooted in a deep cultural connection to nature and a self-care approach to lifestyle. Recent travel trends show that Swiss citizens are increasingly viewing their leisure time as an investment in well-being, often choosing quiet mountain retreats over bustling tourist hubs. With 62% of the country covered by the Alps, the right to roam and the accessibility of the outdoors provide a mental reset that is built into the working week. Combined with one of the world's highest life expectancies and a focus on lagom-style balance, Switzerland proves that true luxury isn't just about wealth, it's about the time and freedom to enjoy it. Number 9. Luxembourg. The stats. Population 670,000. Average salary $5,300. Rent for one bedroom $2,200. Expenses $1,400. Transport $0. Free. Luxembourg is a small nation that functions like a high-end luxury club where every citizen is a VIP. In 2026, it remains an economic titan, boasting one of the highest GDPs per capita in the world. However, the secret to its happiness isn't just the wealth, it's the frictionless life. In a world-first move, Luxembourg made all public transport, trains, trams, and buses entirely free for everyone. This wasn't just a political gimmick, it was a mental health strategy. By removing the cost and stress of commuting, the government gave its citizens hours of their lives back every week, fostering a culture of mobility that is unmatched globally. The Luxembourgish dream is anchored by a safety net that feels more like a luxury mattress. The government provides home support through massive subsidies for first-time buyers and families, ensuring that the high cost of real estate doesn't lead to housing insecurity. Education is free and multilingual, preparing the youth for a globalized economy. With a small, tight-knit population and a landscape dotted with fairy tale castles and dense forests, the sense of safety here is tangible. Residents report high satisfaction because the state has essentially solved the major stresses of modern life: commuting, healthcare, and education. Beyond the finance and steel industries, Luxembourg is a haven of green urbanism. Despite its small size, it ranks second globally for work-life balance. For a Luxembourger, happiness is a mix of high-tech career opportunities and a quiet weekend hike through the Mullertal Trail. In 2026, as inflation stabilizes, the average worker here remains the highest in the European Union. It's a country that proves when you invest your national wealth back into the people's daily convenience, happiness becomes a natural byproduct. Number 8. Israel. The stats: population 9.9 million, average salary $3,200, rent for a one-bedroom apartment $1,500, expenses $1,100, transportation $75. Despite regional complexities, Israel consistently ranks in the top 10 because of social resilience. Israeli happiness is rooted in intense social bonds and a culture that prioritizes mishpacha, family. Studies show that Israelis have some of the strongest support networks in the world. If someone is in trouble, the community, not just the state, steps in. This sense of belonging acts as a powerful psychological shield. In a world where loneliness is becoming a global epidemic, Israel's culture of radical togetherness keeps its population optimistic and driven. The government supports this resilience with a world-leading healthcare system and heavily subsidized higher education. Israel's startup nation economy provides high-tech opportunities, but the true wealth is found in the lifestyle. Tel Aviv's vibrant 24/7 culture and the nation's Mediterranean diet contribute to one of the highest life expectancies on Earth. In 2026, even as the cost of living remains high, the collective can-do spirit and the boldness known as chutzpah ensure that the population stays active, innovative, and deeply connected to their roots. For an Israeli, happiness is found in the power of connection. Whether it is a Friday night Shabbat dinner or a tech launch in Herzliya, the emphasis is always on the collective experience. The government also provides home support for young families and significant grants for immigrants, ensuring that the social fabric remains diverse and vibrant. It is a society that has mastered the art of finding joy and purpose in the face of adversity, proving that happiness is often a communal achievement rather than an individual one. Number 7. The Netherlands. The stats: population 18 million, average salary $4,100, rent for a one-bedroom apartment is $1,750, expenses $1,300, transport $110. The Netherlands is the global capital of work-life balance. It is one of the few places on Earth where a 4-day work week is not only normal but encouraged. The Dutch have a cultural philosophy of gezelligheid, a word that combines the ideas of cozy, social, and friendly. By prioritizing time with family and hobbies over a 60-hour workweek, they have created a society with remarkably low stress levels. In 2026, the Netherlands has leaned even further into this, with a public investment agenda focused on the green transition and affordable housing. Happiness here is physically built into the infrastructure. Because the country is flat and meticulously planned, bicycles are the primary mode of transport for millions. This active lifestyle keeps the population healthy and reduces the noise and pollution of urban life. The Dutch education system is famous for being low pressure, focusing on the child's well-being and social integration rather than just standardized testing. It's no wonder that Dutch children are consistently ranked as the happiest in the world. The government reinforces this happiness with a healthcare system that is often ranked as the best in Europe. They also provide significant home support through a robust rental control system that covers nearly 30% of the housing market. For the Dutch, happiness is about fundamental fairness. Whether they're cycling through tulip fields or enjoying a coffee by a historic canal, the emphasis is always on the quality of the moment. They prove that a nation's success should be measured by the smiles on its streets, not just the numbers in its banks. Number 6. Norway. The stats: population 5.6 million, average salary $4,400, rent one-bedroom apartment $1,300, expenses $1,200, transport $85. Norway is often called the fairness champion of the world. Using its vast natural resources, the nation created a sovereign wealth fund that ensures every citizen has a stake in the country's future. Corruption is almost non-existent because the government is incredibly transparent, fostering a high-trust society. This trust reduces social anxiety. People don't feel the need to keep up with the Joneses because the gap between the richest and poorest is one of the smallest on Earth. The Norwegian secret to a good life is friodavslis, or open-air living. The government ensures that every resident has free education and universal health care, but they also protect the right to roam, allowing anyone to hike or camp almost anywhere in the country's stunning fjords for free. In 2026, Norway's pension fund remains the largest in the world, ensuring that retirement is viewed as a second golden age rather than a time of financial worry. Beyond the social perks, Norway offers some of the best parental leave policies on the planet, with nearly a year of paid time off shared between both parents. This fosters a culture of gender equality and strong family bonds from day one. When your basic needs, health, education, and housing, are so thoroughly met by the state, you are free to pursue a life of meaning in the great outdoors. Norway proves that a wealthy nation is at its best when its riches are used to buy peace of mind for every citizen. Number 5. Sweden. The stats: population 10.6 million, average salary $3,500, rent for a one-bedroom apartment $1,350, expenses $1,150, transport $95. Sweden's happiness is built on the philosophy of lagom: not too much, not too little, but just right. This sense of balance is the heartbeat of Swedish society. In 2026, the Swedish government has doubled down on this by passing a historic budget that reduces taxes on labor and pensions while increasing home support for families. Swedes believe that a happy society is one where everyone can afford a dignified life without the frantic race for excess. The government provides cradle-to-grave support that is virtually paralleled. Higher education isn't just free. Students are actually given monthly stipends to help with living costs so they can focus on their studies. Parents are famously given 480 days of paid leave per child, which can be shared, ensuring that the mental load of parenting is a collective effort. This focus on equality has made Sweden one of the most inclusive and progressive nations on Earth. Cultural rituals also play a massive role in Swedish well-being. The practice of fika, a mandatory daily break for coffee and a treat to connect with others, ensures that social isolation is kept at bay. With high life expectancy and a government that is investing heavily in shortening medical waiting times in 2026, Swedes feel cared for and valued. By prioritizing rest and social connection over hustle culture, Sweden maintains a quality of life that allows its citizens to truly flourish. Number 4. Costa Rica. The stats? Population 5.3 million, average salary $1,200, rent one-bedroom apartment $700, expenses $750, transport $55. In a historic shift for 2026, Costa Rica has reached an all-time high of 4th place, the highest ranking for a Latin American country in the history of the report. How did a nation with lower salaries than Europe beat out the economic giants? The answer lies in 1948, when Costa Rica made the radical decision to abolish its military. For nearly 80 years, that money has been funneled into education and healthcare. The result is a population that is highly educated and remarkably healthy. Their motto, Pura Vida, pure life, is a genuine daily practice of gratitude. Costa Rica proves that happiness is about community wealth. The government protects 25% of its land as national parks, and almost 100% of its electricity comes from renewable sources. While the average salary is lower than in the Nordics, the cost of survival is mitigated by a culture of extended families living close together, providing a natural safety net. In 2026, as digital nomads flock to its shores, Costa Rica's home support for locals remains a priority, keeping its vibrant communities intact. The reason Costa Ricans are so happy is their deep spiritual connection to the earth. They rank number 1 in the world for generosity, and their social support scores are through the roof. For a Costa Rican, happiness isn't a destination, it's the path they walk every day. They show the world that when you prioritize peace, nature, and family over military might and industrial growth, you can achieve a level of fulfillment that money simply cannot buy. Number 3. Denmark. The stats. Population 6.1 million. Average salary $4,200. Rent one-bedroom apartment $1,600. Expenses $1,250. Transport $105. Denmark is the home of hygge, the intentional pursuit of coziness, comfort, and togetherness. But beneath the candlelight and design-led lifestyle is a rock-solid system of equality. The Danish have the lowest wealth gap in the world, which reduces the social friction of jealousy and status seeking. They happily pay some of the highest taxes on earth because they view it as an insurance policy for a life without fear. In 2026, Denmark remains a global leader in social trust, where residents trust their government as much as they trust their friends. The government's support in Denmark is legendary. Higher education isn't just free, students are paid a monthly SU grant to study. Healthcare is 100% free at the point of use. Their pension fund is consistently ranked as one of the best in the world, ensuring that the elderly live with dignity. Their home support includes innovative co-housing projects and a highly regulated rental market that keeps urban areas accessible to everyone regardless of their income. Danes are also masters of civil trust. It is common to see parents leave strollers with sleeping babies outside cafes while they step inside for a coffee, a level of safety that is almost unimaginable in other parts of the world. Whether it's the joy of a safe city where children bike to school alone or the warmth of a dinner with friends, Denmark proves that a high-tax, high-service society is a recipe for a joyful and secure population. Number 2. Iceland. The stats: population 398,000, average salary $4,800, rent in the capital $1,800, expenses $1,400, transport $85. Iceland is a tiny volcanic island that feels like a giant small town. With a tiny population, the social support is ironclad. People here live by the code of Þetta reddast. It will all work out. This resilience is born from centuries of surviving harsh winters and volcanic eruptions. In Iceland, trust in your neighbor is a survival skill. In 2026, Iceland remains the most peaceful nation on Earth, with no standing army and one of the lowest crime rates in recorded history. The Icelandic government uses the nation's abundant geothermal energy to provide nearly free heating and hot water for every home, removing a major financial stressor. Education and healthcare are essentially free, and the government offers massive support for creative industries. Interestingly, Icelanders are some of the most literate people on Earth. 1 in 10 will publish a book in their lifetime. This focus on intellectual freedom and creativity keeps the population's mind active and satisfied. Happiness in Iceland is the freedom to be authentic. Because the community is so small, there's a high level of acceptance for different lifestyles. The gender pay gap is the smallest in the world, and social justice is a core national value. For an Icelander, happiness is found in the Viking spirit of mutual aid. It's a land where the landscape looks like another planet, but the heart of the community is warmer than a geothermal spring. Number 1. Finland. The stats: population 5.6 million, average salary $3,300, rent for a one-bedroom apartment $1,000, expenses $900, transport $65. For the 9th year in a row, Finland is the champion of happiness. Their secret isn't exuberant joy, but sisu, a unique Finnish brand of grit and inner strength. In 2026, Finland continues to lead with the world's best education system, where children focus on play and social skills rather than testing. This creates adults who are stable, curious, and remarkably low stress. The Finnish government has perfected the cradle-to-grave support system, starting with the famous baby box given to every new parent. Finland's Housing First policy has made it the only country in Europe where homelessness is actually decreasing. Healthcare is a right, and the state provides an expansive pension fund that ensures every citizen can retire comfortably. With 75% of the country covered in forest and 188,000 lakes, the right to roam allows every citizen to explore nature freely. This constant access to the wilderness is the ultimate stress reliever for the Finnish people. Finland wins because it has mastered fundamental fairness, a society where no one is left behind. There is almost zero corruption, and the level of personal freedom is unparalleled. Whether it is the peace of a quiet forest or the warmth of a traditional sauna, Finns have discovered that true happiness isn't about having the most, it's about having enough and knowing that your neighbor is doing just as well as you are. As we've seen, the secret to the world's highest levels of happiness isn't found in a massive bank account, but in the strength of a community, the reliability of a safety net, and the freedom to enjoy a sunset without the weight of financial fear. From the geothermal springs of Iceland to the bicycle-filled streets of the Netherlands, these 10 nations remind us that a life well lived is one built on trust and balance. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world's most joyful corners, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join our community here at The Tour as we continue to explore the most fascinating places on our planet. But before you go, I want to hear from you. Which of these countries' happiness secrets would you most like to see implemented in your own hometown? Let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next adventure.